Okay, good morning. Today I will discuss a topic that is the current scenario of renewable energy resources in India. So basically, the main content in today's video that we discuss about that how much the percentage wise allocations of renewable energy resources in India. The following topics we discuss in this video, that is the what is the need of renewable energy in sectors. Energy sector in India, overview of renewable energy sector in India, promotion policies for RES, various renewable energy techniques, remote village electrification program, Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission, off-grid power distribution management issue, future policy and its conclusion. Okay. Now, the need of the renewable sector. What is the need of the renewable sector? Energy is a prime source of economic, social and industrial development of country. Any country that is standardization is to be indicated by the how much the electricity consumptions by the country. So basically in the USA, the maximum consumptions of the electricity is placed in the United States of America. So the total economic growth depend upon the consumptions of electricity. So here the need of the renewable sector, the world energy consumptions increase day by day. We can see that there are large demand of the electricity because the increase in industry, some increase in population, and we depend more and more on electricity as compared to earlier days. So still 7%, 70% of world electric generation depends on thermal generation. There is a lot of social and economical issue with conventional plant. World economic is looking for sustainable development in the field of power sector, and it caused the birth of renewable energy sector. Now, the energy sector in India, its challenges. India, one of the fastest under developing countries. Its population is second in the world and first in the terms of the density. In last 30 years, there is a boom in power sector with formation of NTPC and NHPC, National Thermal Power Corporation and National Hydro Power Corporation. Hello. अच्छा, ग्रुप में भेज दीजिए। अच्छा, अंकित से कह दीजिएगा, हम वीडियो बना रहे हैं, वो कर देगा, ठीक है। हम ठीक है। 2003 Act allowing private players to invest in generating sector change whole picture. 70% of electricity generation is depend upon coal. Coal is limited and demand of energy generating rising day by day. It is need to change the electricity generation pattern. Nuclear and hydro generation may come in picture in future. Need to invest in renewable energy form of energy for sustainable growth. Now, the renewable energy sector. In 1981, the Government of India established a commission for additional source of energy under the Department of Science and Technology. Its objective to make policy and structure to support R&D in renewable sector. In renewable sector, basically, we check the major issues while generation of the electricity with the RER. In 1982, commissions was reformulated with the status of department called Department of NCS, it means non-conventional sources. In 1992, MNRE, it was upgraded and known as Ministry of Non-Conventional Energy, further renamed as Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Now, Electricity Act 2003 framework for renewable energy to prepare national policy for optimal utilization of energy resources including renewable energy, and the formula policy for standalone system for rural electrification. Central and state government shall work together to provide access to electricity including villages. The regulatory commissions and required to specify percentage of renewable energy out of total consumptions of electricity in the area of distribution license. Tariff rate is decided by the state electricity regulatory body. A Electricity Act 2003 comes in India, in which we make a policy by the generation and consumptions of the electricity and a method for the renewable energy resources formed in 1992 named as MNRE, so that we can calculate the total electricity by conventional and non-conventional energy resources. The regulatory commissions are required to specify percentage of renewable energy out of total consumptions of electricity in the area of distribution license. Now, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. The name itself, the objective of ministry to work for exploring and implementation of non-conventional and new form of energy. MNRE works in 5 major areas: grid, interactive renewable power, distributed renewable power, rural and decentralized energy system, remote village electrification, and other programs. In the grid interactive renewable power, the main concern for the renewable energy resources, that is wind power, small hydropower, urban and industrial waste to energy, and solar power. In distribution renewable power, biomass, biogas, gasifier, waste to energy, aerogenerator, and hybrid system. In the rural and decentralized energy system, family type biogas plant, solar street lamp, home lighting system, solar photovoltaic system, and wind power. In the remote village electrification, other program Energy Park, Akshay Urja, and hybrid car, these are the work frame of the Ministry of MNRE. इसको व्हाट्सएप कर देना, ठीक है?
चलो ठीक है आज हम सर वो बोल रहे हैं ठीक है सर तो रिजल्ट की कॉपी दो ना फिर वो
मंडे को कर लेना, ठीक है? The renewable energy development in India. There are the various allocations in the renewable energy development in India: wind power, biomass power, small hydropower, cogeneration, biogas, solar power, waste to energy, and off-grid generation. According to the generation of the electricity by renewable energy method, that the wind power generate 45,195 estimated potential, and the cumulative potential is 19,930. Similarly, in biomass power, estimated power is 16,000, small hydropower 15,000, cogeneration 5,000, solar power 5,000, weight to energy 26,700. Now the promotion policies for RES: tariff policy, incentive and promotion policy, and specialized center institutes. Now, what is tariff policy? That the National Electricity Policy 2005 set various parameters for renewable energy promotion. That the various promotion energy that feed in tariff for renewable energy procurement by respective SEB. Also, there is scheme of cost-based feed in tariff. There is no wheeling, transporting electric power charged by SEB, banking of energy for future use, and third-party sales system for renewable energy provider. Now, the incentive and promotional policy. MNRE provides capital subsidy as central finance assistance. The percentage of subsidy is depend upon type of plant and location. The fiscal incentives such as 80% accelerated depreciation, concessional, import duty, and excise duty, etc. Basically, when the government give the permission to generate the electricity, then there are some tariff plan, some policies to the new Ministry of Non-Renewable Energy, so that it control the overall uh, generation of the electricity and the consumptions of the electricity. We make a set of parameters that how to maintain the balance in between the MNRE and conventional energy system. The purchase of renewable energy is in same proportional across the state. The renewable energy certification mechanism to sell renewable energy in REC scheme, grid connected renewable plants sell power to local grid at conventional tariff rate, and rest of the money is recovered by selling renewable energy certificate. Now the specialized center for research. For research and development, various institutes come in picture like CVET, Center of Wind Energy Technology in 1982, Solar Energy Center in 1982, Alternate Hydro Energy System IIT Roorkee में in 1982, Sardar Swaran Singh National Institute of Renewable Energy, India Renewable Energy Development in Agency Limited, IREADA, National Center of Photovoltaic Research and Education, NCPRE, Energy Center at various IITs and NITs. Wind power sector. One of the most developed renewable sector in terms of share of energy and technology. The southern part of India have abundant capacity of wind energy due to its physical structure and surrounded by sea. Basically, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, that where the availability of the quality of air, then we use the wind power sector. Wind energy estimate is being carried out by Indian Institute of Tropology, Meteorology, IITM, and CVET with establishment of 1150 wind monitoring station. The Suzlon is the leading manufacturer of wind turbine in India and fifth leading wind turbine developer in the world. So Suzlon is a leading manufacturing of wind turbine. The current installed capacity of wind generation is 19.9 gigawatt. Now the types of wind power plant on the basis of wind turbine, on the basis of type of generator, and on the basis of operation. Now, solar power sector. India lies in a sunny tropical belt, high insolation, total approximate potential annually over 5,000 trillion kilowatt hour. Over 70% of India households experience significant power cuts every year. The National Solar Mission and other generation-based incentive GBI are available through Ministry of New and Renewable Energy MNRE. JNNSM have a mission to install 22 gigawatt solar photovoltaic plant by 2022. The cost of PV module, land scarcity, and technological barrier is the main restriction. The current cost of production is 12 per kilowatt hour and expected cost is 6 per kilowatt hour by 2020. The Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission target in 2010 and 2013 on-grid PV power of 1000 to 2000 megawatt, off-grid PV application 200 megawatt, solar collector 7 million square meter. In 2013 to 2017, on-grid PV power of 4000 to 10,000 megawatt, off-grid PV application 1000 megawatt, solar collector 15 million square meter. In 2017 to 2022, on-grid PV power of 22,000 megawatt, off-grid PV application 2000 megawatt, and solar collector 20 million square meter. Now, India solar radiation map. The solar energy basically it exists in all over the world because the sun rays comes on the surface on the earth at its average locations. the daily global radiation, but the some areas that may be warm and here that in New Delhi, Kolkata, Pune and Chennai, the horizontal radiation and optimal tilt radiation because in the solar radiation, like when the sun rays comes at an appropriate inclined angle, then the intensity of the radiation will be high. So here the latitude angle, azimuth angle, all the angles that is to be calculated while we check the maximum intensity of the solar radiation or solar energy. So in the in India radiation map, the following areas where the maximum intensity of the solar energy is to be there, that is shown in the map. Now, the types of solar PV system, solar photovoltaic system, that are the following four types: grid connected photovoltaic, off-grid PV system, hybrid PV system, PV based utilities. In grid connected PV, large scale production without battery, off-grid PV system with battery, for houses and for industries, hybrid PV system, wind PV hybrid system, PV based utilities, solar lamp, solar mobile charger, etc. So the large scale, that is with battery, the off-grid PV system without battery and hybrid PV system, that is PV diesel hybrid system. Now the biomass power cogeneration program, the objective is to optimize use of countries' biomass resources such as bagasse, rice, husk, straw, cotton, stalk, soya, husk, de-oiled, cakes, waste, groundnuts, coconut shells, sawdust, etc. Have a 21,000 megawatt of potential. Main conversion process is biochemical or thermochemical process. Now, small hydropower program. In hydropower plant of capacity below 25 megawatt comes under this. It helps to provide electricity in remote areas and also help to utilize maximum hydro resources. The database of SHP sites potential is on GIS platform with 4096 potential site. The total cumulative potential is of 15386 megawatt. In Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand, North state have a enormous capacity of SHP. As there is no need to take license to supply electricity in rural areas, hydropower plant of 1 to 5 megawatt is famous and many companies shows interest in build and operate. देखिए सबसे पहली चीज़ जो ये है कि स्मॉल हाइड्रो पावर प्रोग्राम जो है इट मैक्सिमम कैपेसिटी दैट इज 25 मेगावाट। छोटे छोटे जो हमारे विलेजेस हैं वहाँ पे हम ऐसा एक सेटअप लगा के हाइड्रो पावर प्लांट का जिसके थ्रू हमें 1 से 5 मेगावाट फिर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जो जनरेट करते हैं दैट मैक्सिमम यूज इनटू द विलेजेस। The small hydropower plant. The main parameter and specifications for the small power plant is as such: the below 3 meter watt. It means ultra low head, less than 40 meter, that is low head, above 40 meter. This one is medium head, up to 100 kilowatt, that is micro hydro plant, 100 kilowatt to 2001 kilowatt, mini hydro plant 2001 kilowatt to 25 megawatt, that start from small hydro plant. The small hydro plant has a potential cost of about 50 to 60 million per megawatt, which is slightly higher than the wind. Energy cost of about 1.5 to 2.5 per kilowatt hour, which is the lowest among renewable energy technologies in India. Remote Village Electrification Program, the RVE scheme aimed at providing basic lighting electrification to rural areas through renewable energy sources, the financial
Fees or something.
The financial assistance, the RBE program, is implemented in the state through central finance assistance of up to 90% of cost to renewable energy generating system from MNRE. The balance cost of the project can be made available through own contribution or through financial institutions. The activity eligible for financial assistance. The activities eligible for financial assistance under this program are installation of power plant based on small hydropower, biomass, wind, biofuel, biogas, etc. For electrification of remote villages, hamlets, the solar photovoltaic power plants may also be supported if found to be cost effective. Hybrid system and system based on combination of renewable energy system would also receive financial assistance. क्या कह रहे हैं? अच्छा, क्लास में अगर अगर होगी तो वो खाली ना जाए, वो आप किसी और टाइम ले लीजिए। The hybrid system and system based on combination of renewable energy system would also receive financial assistance where no other renewable energy technology is found to be feasible. Solar home lighting, initial survey and studies for firming up of state-wise list to remote now Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission. In Jawaharlal Nehru National Mission, the scheme is focused on promoting off-grid and decentralized system, including hybrid system to meet lighting, electricity, and heating, cooling requirements. It divided in three phases to implement to create an enabling policy framework for the deployment of 20,000 megawatt of power by 2022. To create an enabling policy framework for the deployment of 20,000 megawatt of solar power by 2022, to create favorable conditions for solar manufacturing capacity, and to promote the program for off-grid application that reaching 1,000 megawatt by 2017 and 2,000 megawatt by 2022 to achieve 15 million square meter solar thermal collector area by 2017 and 20 million by 2022 to deploy 20 million solar lighting system for rural areas by 2022. Now, off-grid power distribution management issue. The main management issue, typical energy consumptions pattern and load demand. The present energy use pattern and willingness to pay. Single phase versus three-phase supply, controlling lighting load. The different technology option with the load profile such as high load area, medium load area and low load area. High load area is greater than 50 kilowatt, medium load 10 से 20 kilowatt and low load is lesser than 10 kilowatt. The technology option gasifier, micro hydro gasifier, micro hydro, SPV, micro hydro gasifier. The example Husk power system, Desi power, Terry NTPC pilot project, solar home RVE site, VESP pilot project. Now the Husk power system business model work to provide electricity in rural areas using Husk. The generate electricity using Husk gasification plant HPS has mainly three business models: BOOM, that is build, own, operate and maintain; BOM, build, own and maintain it; and BM, build and maintain. The different pricing method is adopted. Every household has to pay fixed monthly charge of 45 per CFL of 15 watt. 1 unit charge is approx 17 for a typically 32 kilowatt HPS plant. Revenue is 60,000 and operating cost is 25,000 including manpower work. It should model is technically and economically feasible. Now, the future perspective of the renewable energy in India. The Integrated Energy Policy Report (IEPR) prepared by the Planning Commission of India has recognized renewable energy sources remain important to India's energy sector, with a concerned push and a 40-fold increase in their contribution to the primary energy. Renewables may account for only 5 to 6% of India energy mix by 2031 to 32. The resources wind power, SHP, biopower, solar power, and the up to 10th plant, 11th plant, 12 to 13th plant, and total. So these are the future perspectives of renewable energy in India, by which we make a report during the energy that is obtained by wind, SHP, biopower, and solar power. Now, the medium term deployment in 2032. GOI aims for several medium long term goals such as 10% green interactive renewable power by 2012 and 15% by 2032. The other massive plan in various sectors are: first is energy recovery from municipal waste in 423 cities, including 107 municipal corporations where suitable waste is available by 2032. The solar water heating system, 100% coverage of all prospective users like hotels, hospital, etc. by 2032. 100% coverage of the street lighting control system by solar cell in all cities by 2012. Energy recovery from industrial waste where suitable waste is available across the country by 2032. The solar water heating system, 100% coverage of potential industries by 2032. The cogeneration, 100% coverage of potential sugar and other biomass based industries by 2032. The provision of lighting, electricity in all remote unelectrified census villages and remote hamlets of electrified census village by 2012. Augmentation of cooking, lighting and motive power in electrified villages by 2032. Now, the conclusion, the India have a huge potential of renewable energy resources, and from past few years, due to the government involvement, there is a certain growth in the renewable sector. The prospect of the renewable energy are steadily improving in the India with better future, and the strategy for achieving these enhanced goals will depend on the active participations of all players from government agencies to NGOs, from manufacturers to R&D, research and development institutions, from financial institutions to developers and use of, and of course a new breed of energy entrepreneurs. Now, the policy of renewable energy system in India, that is not so much complications comes while we make a startup or entrepreneurship in the field of renewable energy system. We make a such of arrangement of a small hydropower plant or a small solar energy setup so that we can generate the electricity as well as we use this energy as our entrepreneurship uh, self-financial organizing body that we generate the electricity. So basically, the renewable energy resources that it's very important and that pollution free, no emissions effect obtained, no greenhouse effect, and its major advantage is that the limited amount of the conventional energy resources that will be diminishes day by day, and after that there are some innovative ideas. The alternative must be there into the field of renewable energy resources. So RER is the best power generation of electricity in India, or we can say that in all over the world, that we mostly now updated in the research activities in the field of renewable energy resources system. So here that the various availability resources in India and how the government policies for generation of the electricity through the MNRE, because the medium of deployment and our when we generate the electricity through the various sectors for renewable energy, geothermal, ocean thermal, wind energy, solar energy, so that we can generate the maximum electricity generations. So here the medium term deployment aim of 2032. So these are the various references by we can see the how the present scenario and future prospects in the renewable energy resources. Okay, so in this video we discuss about how the maximum generation of the renewable energy resources in India and what are the future aspects. Okay, thank you.